Yerebania, the peaks.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
Rather high walls for a village.
I mean, gotta protect it from the Empire somehow.
Well, weren't they there before the Empire settled in? Yeah, we can see the other side of the map from here. We can see the top of the ziggurat we were at.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula and Imperatoris where they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of the cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. On the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Velodino is so important, eh? Right then, come along. They're waiting for us in Alagiri.
I see evidence of fighting. I wonder who that's from, Slime.
What do you mean? It says she saw little evidence of fighting.
Yeah, little.
Yeah.
You're little.
I'm taller than you in real life and in game.
Prove it.
I have.
Prove it.
I've seen you.
I've seen you. Prove it.
Ugh. Here we are. New base of operation for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you have been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Well, you Hunter Flame General. Looks like we got a meeting to attend. Everyone, let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dared not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps nor other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Mhigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris, and Castor Mabania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize insulation as a shield against attack. as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. We have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has got something planned. We'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute, we should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Green after what he's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. Don't do anything too reckless, alright? I won't. I promise I'll do what Conrad says. Maybe it would be best if I accompanied you. Alice can stay with Green. Oh, go if you must. Two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. As long as Alphinaud doesn't fall into a body of water, he'll be fine. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. Oh boy, suspicious Magitech. Oh no, Cryo.
See if you see anyone venting. Cryo vented.
I don't think that counts as a vent.
My head.
Let us see.
Pacifica, erotic SFX, they say.
She lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
Final Fantasy isn't... Well, Final Fantasy XIV isn't that type of game, publicly. Between players, however, there's just no restraint, is there? I like how dead he looks.
I like how look. Oh. Maybe to it.
Yep. Well, he might look dead,
My lord, what have you done to me?
but I'm sure he will be dead by the end of this expansion. Probably.
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary
It's like
traits
Tom
required
Cruise,
for
but
the
not
reliable
smiling.
manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to
I'm gonna go get
enhance
some
a
tea
subject's
real fast
ability
while you
to
finish that
manipulate
cutscene.
ether,
Okay.
effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specula Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Tancred!
Found you.
So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I was about to let Lise go alone. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Armwald's squadron. They are already searching for other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Ah, give me a moment. Say that again if you would? No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. Apprised? I don't think that's a word I've heard of before. That was Armwald. The pair that was spying on us in the fridges has followed us here. What about you, Green? Any trouble? And then I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear that you dealt with them. I hope the assault on the Specula Imperatoris is going well. Well, now that you brought that up, probably not. Meanwhile, the assault on the Specula Imperatoris.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people... Your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Hansfrid, Rudolph, Hamlet. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Oh no, did someone give her the echo?
You're ahead of me.
Which part are you at?
Probably the part where you mentioned Echo, because she was getting the headache thing.
Yeah.
Now it's a tower panorama.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? Must have been the cannon at Castor Mabania. But that was an Imperial installation and their troops were still... Damn it! No one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. This way! There's no time to lose. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. The locks on the massive gate appears to have been disabled. We need only prise them open to pass through. Proceeding to the Specula Imperatoris. I'm glad you're here, Captain. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us on Specula Imperatoris. They didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where is my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck. That need not mean anything. Forces are still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north. You take east. Everything hurts. I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Green Slime. Ward of House Fort Tom. We fought together on the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then. And now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Naga, put him down over there. This is Stormblood, actually. Near the end of it?
Yes, we are approaching. We're really close, because we're in the last segment before post-Stormblood.
Yeah.
Looks like the foreshadowing we got earlier paid off.
Oh no.
Conrad, speak to me!
Everyone told me, oh, you'll like it when you get to Heavensward. It'll stop being a slog. And then when Heavensward, oh yeah, that's a slog. It's Stormblood. And then I'm in Stormblood. Oh, well done for getting through that
when
slog.
We heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
Yeah, my husband
what are you
said
talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I've lived long enough. But listen,
Guess that just means he's a little bitch.
To lead the resistance in my stead.
Your husband or Conrad?
Oh no, I was joking because totally crying is a sign that you're not masculine. Oh,
Oh, your husband. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't say another word. You'll recover.
Just to let you know that I'm the most macho man ever because I never
We'll bring freedom
cry.
to Mhigo together. We're not going to stop here.
Congratulations, you've let at least 16 people know that your husband is a bitch.
No, you won't.
It's okay, because I am too.
Built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because...
I love how in this emotional scene that's what we're talking about.
I blame you, honestly.
You're you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Gimme Mule says if I start crying on my deathbed, I want my family to tell me what a little bitch I'm being. Aw, that's so sweet.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum Abania. Also, someone get Gaming Mule's lawyer, so they can put that in his will.
Next round, double the charge.
Just imagine masculine death coaching.
Ooh.
Come, Nidhogg.
That timing of your ooh.
We are needed.
Jesus Christ. When can I do that as a
That's the
Dragoon?
cerulean pipeline.
Oh, that's menly behavior? I thought that was normal for everyone.
Shoot him!
The voices told me it was fine to talk to my spear. Stroke it every night. Make sure it's nice and clean. The blood of my enemies.
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
But to be fair, the lance is coated in Nidhogg's blood, so...
His armor used to be coated in everyone's fucking blood.
This is true, but mostly Nidhogg's.
You're welcome, boy.
I swear, so many classes in this game are just competing for biggest edgelord.
I want that intruder found, and get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
I think Xenos might be the biggest edgelord so far.
The savages are coming!
It'll be shown up in like 2 seconds.
He even has a katana collection. How is that not edgy?
That's neckbeard, not edgelord.
Ugh, these are too confusing. Oh. Oh, right, we're back to the sadness.
If I wanted to go back to sadness, I'd log off.
Aw, that's not a good thing.
It's a joke. It's fine.
We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy and this was their response. Fire and blood! This was their answer! Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God as my witness, there will be a reckoning.
Gimme Mule says, I hated Estienne and Heavensward and Stormblood. Now he's one of my faves. Right now I don't like him, so we'll see if my opinion changes.
It's Estinian. It's the Dragoon class trainer. He's great.
It's just so edgy and he's also
he
whiny.
he was very aggressive in Heavensward. Forgive me. Now's not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister and return to Alagiri. There, that should suffice for now. Go and join the others. Tell me you found Alfinode. Tell me he's alright. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri and keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Green, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must need to be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Aldin. These debts weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's, most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat. We cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when you next face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Mhigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with the Castrum Urbania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to deploy the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces and they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect that they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or heretofore unknown resistance faction chose a moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they would continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papa Limo and I arrived at Rogger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions, but even then I knew deep down that it was an excuse. But I was still afraid of following my heart because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander Heck's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Captain, would you go with her? I would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it is settled. We will await your return. More than a keeper, she needs a friend now. Sorry to drag you into this, Green. May not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad, and I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the Castrum. Noonkrep's Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Please, Commander. I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call on us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. I'm a dragoon. Can't I just jump my way up there?
No, you're a ninja.
I also double as a dragoon. Phew! That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And there she is, Yunkrep's Hope. The ark that one man made to save the countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared about this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes even when they didn't want you to. Can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it. Me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? Strange to think back on it. We've been standing in different places, or if the shell had been struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad. Or maybe both of us. What kind of a monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castrum Urbania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Green, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. Take Castrum Urbania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice! It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm sure we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on! Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We have to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have a time to fix their cannon. There's no time to lose. General Alden needs to know what we saw. You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Yunkrep's Hope and spied the smoke rising from Castrum Urbania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarpin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castrum Urbania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the Castrum and secure control of the weapon. Wow, I can't read today. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If on the other hand it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it would seem well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Girabania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castrum Urbania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route to the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy as working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as with Altia and Green, I am aware. I am sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march upon Castrum Urbania. Go, and may Roger watch over and keep you. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess, my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lise, nor less Mhigo. Castrum Urbania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryle's being captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Kryle might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if it did not take it.